Okay, so this is take unknown. I've lost count. So hopefully this one works better than all the other ones I've done so far. And I'll get through this one, and this one will be the one that's posted. So I apologize. So we are talking about using arrays. Okay, and arrays are an arrangement of objects using rows and columns. And so it's important to know what rows and columns are. So rows are those things in the movie theater that you sit in that go side to side. Columns are those things that hold up the White House. So those are the things that go up and down. And when I read an array, it's rows times columns. That's always, always, always going to be how it is. Rows times columns. That's what's going to help you figure out that math problem. Now, it can also be read as rows are the groups. How many groups there are, and columns are the number of objects. Okay, so that's going to help us when we're having word problems. That's what's going to help us organize not only our picture, but our array as well. So to help us go over this first problem, they give us this word problem here, and it says there are 4 hens. Each hen lays 3 eggs. How many eggs do they lay in all? So I can either look at this in an array form or in a picture form, because I'm still talking about a number of groups with some objects in each group. So they give us both for us to be able to see both. So I know that the number of hens are the number of groups. The number of eggs, 1, 2, 3, are the number in each group. So they help us out by putting it in an array as well. So the number of groups is 4, right? So I know I need 4 rows. 3 eggs are the number of columns, so I need 3 columns. So I can use my array or my picture to help me skip count to solve this problem. So I would hold up 4 fingers and skip count by 3, or I could use my array to help me skip count. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So 4 times 3 equals 12. Okay, so that's how I use an array. All right. I have another problem here. Up at the top. And I do always want to remember that it is rows times columns. All right, and remember, so I always used to ask them to do this in class. Show me with your finger, which way do rows go? Okay, remember, rows go side to side. All right, now show me which way columns go. Columns go up and down. All right. So now we have this problem here. A baker puts 3 loaves of bread into 1 bag. How many loaves are in 5 bags? So they give it to us in an array, an arrangement of rows and columns, or they give it to us in a picture. So however you want to use this, they give you both strategies. So I have 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 3 loaves in each bag. All right, which is the same as 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 3 columns for those breadsticks or the loaves. So I can either hold up 5 fingers and skip count by 3, or I can use my array to help me figure out this problem. So I'm going to skip count by 3 5 times. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I know that 5 times 3 equals 15. Okay. And it's important to note here that the 5 comes first in my multiplication problem, even though the 3 comes first in my word problem. When I'm writing a multiplication problem, the number of groups always goes first. That's how I know my picture and my array is going to look correct. Because in a little bit, we're going to be talking about the difference between 3 times 5 and 5 times 3, because those pictures would look very different. Okay. So we're going to skip these problems up here, and they are also skipped in your, we skipped them in your workbook as well as on the assignment. All right, so I want you to pause the video and I want you to think to yourself, which one goes first, rows or columns? And then show your mom or dad which way do rows go and which way do columns go. Okay, so if you were like me and you said when I read an array, it's always rows times columns, you are absolutely correct. All right, so we're going to do a couple of these together just to kind of show you the difference. And then I'm going to have you pause the video and you're going to work on a couple on your own. And when you're done, we're going to check them together. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 3, and it's 5 times 3, or 3 times 5. So they want us to use dot paper to find the missing numbers. So basically they're saying, draw an array to find the answer. So I have number 3. All right, and the first one I know is 5 times 3. So if I use my formula up here, rows times columns, I know exactly how my array needs to look, right? So I need 5 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 columns in each row. This is 5 times 3. But they also want me to figure out 3 times 5. Okay, so if I use my formula, I know I'm going to have 3 rows with 5 in each column, or with 5 in each row. So 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 3 times 5. So if you notice that the way the numbers are put in the multiplication problem change the way the array looks. All right, so basically this is saying that there are 5 groups with 3 in each group. This is saying that there are 3 groups with 5 in each group. Okay, so the pictures and the array look different depending on the order of your multiplication problem. All right, but the strategy I can use is still the same. I can still skip count by 3 5 times to figure out my answer. So let's do that together. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, I want you to pause the video, and I want you to do numbers 4 and 5 on your own. When you're done, we're going to check them together. Okay, so I hope you were able to spend some time working on these problems, drawing the array, and finding out the answer. So now I'm going to start with number 4. And I like to draw my arrays first. So the first one they want me to draw is 7 times 3. So that tells me if I follow the formula, 7 times 3. So 7 rows, 3 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. All right, that is 7 times 3. But they also want me to draw an array for 3 times 7. So that means I'm going to have 3 rows. Yep. Okay, with 7 in each row. So 7 columns. Okay. This is 3 times 7. So I can still use my skip counting strategy to figure out what 7 times 3 is. All right, and if you skip counted correctly, you should have gotten 21. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 for both answers. All right, and then for number 5, let's do number 5 over here. All right, 9 times 3 and 3 times 9. So that means if I follow my pattern, I have 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with 3 columns. Okay. And they want me to do 3 times 9. So that means I'm going to have 3 rows with 9 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is 9 times 3, and this is 3 times 9. So I can still use my skip counting strategy, and if I do, you should have gotten 27 for both answers. Okay? Now, if you're still having trouble, please go back and do number 6, which is 8 times 3 and 3 times 8. If not, you're going to move on to the Google Classroom assignment. If you've already done it and you want to go back and redo your answers after watching this video, I did turn the settings on so you can go back and edit your answers. So if you want to go back and fix anything, you're more than welcome to do that. Thank you so much for your patience while I work out these technology issues. I really appreciate it. Okay, thanks.